There's a montage of yokozuna sitting on a balloon-headed man, which I quite enjoyed.
Yes, that was good.
That was really unexpected. And there's like the clips from Raw and stuff in WrestleMania.
Raw starts in 93. They're beginning to build up to WrestleMania in a way they didn't really. They'd build up a couple of the big matches, but they're now sort of going, why are they fighting? Well, this is why.
But they're doing like that really 90s kind of classic effect of like low frame rates. And it looks so... It kind of ties in with watching something on like a Mega CD or a Jaguar or a Panasonic 3DO or something. Like an old CD-ROM based
The colours as well on this are 100% that video CD palette. That looked terrible when they slowed it down. It was absolutely crap.
But very of its time. You sort of go, oh, I remember this.
The 90s.
This looks like an old Mannix video. There's when Yokozuna runs. Sorry. He's definitely chewing something, and it's got to be an antacid. I look at his friend and I go, that man.
It's probably a whole gammon. You get Yokozuna. He has again got bigger. He was trying to do this, but the size of his thighs. There's a bit where Owen Hart is on the floor with Yokozuna, and the thigh is bigger than Owen Hart. It's just too big a thigh. He's in there with Vader, and they've got this big sort of like, almost like they're going, this is a bit of a dream match because these two big blokes are there. By this point, Vader has come from WCW, where he was absolutely brilliant. This great monster. Long Japan career as well. But
Vader's mask bulges. Like his face bulges out of it, and that's what I like.
That's also because it didn't used to bulge out of it. But Vader has got a bit porky here.
Right.
And he hasn't gone, I'm not going to get a new mask. No. It'll be fine. Fat rolling over his eyes, can't see, can't breathe.
When a boob rolls over a bra top, he's like got face tits.
Why? Your breasts, madam, are like Vader's face.
Vader's face tits.
He had some really bad, Vince McMahon keeps shouting them, but bad sort of like, not even catchphrases, but like other names, like your nom de plume, where they are, he goes, there's Vader. The man they call Vader. The man they call Vader is one.
The man they call
Vader. And the other one is, it's time. It's Vader time.
Oh, nice.
Which, again, what? It's what? Going on about time isn't frightening.
No.
It's that time.
Was his name always Big Van Vader?
Yes. He's a guy called Leon White, or was before he died. Oh, he still is, I suppose. They don't take your name from you when you die. But he was a
they should.
American football player. He wrestled in Germany for quite a bit as a bull power. And then the Japanese gave him this gimmick, which was supposed to be a big sort of terrifying monster. And one of the other people who was up for the role of Big Van Vader in Japan was the Ultimate Warrior.
Yes.
Before he went to WWF. But they gave it to Vader. Vader was phenomenal. He was a rookie in Japan, very little experience, and he picked it up so quickly, and he was so phenomenal at it.
Yeah.
Really, really good. By the time he gets here, he's had a few years in WCW at the very, very top.
Yeah.
He's remarkable. Really, really good. And for some reason, the second he comes to WWF, it really just falls apart. It never clicks for him. He comes over here having lost a sort of scrap in a dressing room with a much older wrestler called Paul Orndorff. And even though Vader was a real hard man, Paul Orndorff was also incredibly hard. And Paul Orndorff managed to beat him up wearing flip-flops. It's a weird story. But then Vader comes to WWF. But for some reason, it never clicks. Right. And his weight is slightly getting a bit more. In this match, he'd actually damaged his back a few months before, and he'd had surgery on it. And they'd said to him, you can take a year off. You know, there's no point coming back too early. 2 months later, they said, we want you to be in WrestleMania, which is why he's in this six-man match.
So it's not, so the focus isn't on him.
He's annoyed about that.
Yeah.
And then as it goes later, when Shawn Michaels becomes the champion, Shawn Michaels doesn't want to work with Vader because he finds him stiff. Vader is notoriously punchy.
Right.
And so he's supposed to be the WWF champion in the middle of this year, and Shawn Michaels, who has now got a lot of power, nixes it because he doesn't want to work with him. So everything goes wrong for Vader. He ends up, I think, in about 97 on Saudi Arabian television, and the Saudi Arabian sort of interviewer says, you know, this wrestling isn't real, is it? And Vader just flips, and he just basically, I mean, it's just appalling. And this guy does if you're going to have that and you're going to be a reporter and you are going to say, it's not real, is it?
Yeah.
You have to understand, they are going to do the one thing that's real that they can do. Right? And
it's going to be stiff.
Hogan has done it to Richard Belzer. He put him in a front face lock. Belzer just passed out, knocks his head. That's just before WrestleMania, and Hogan shits himself about that. Dave Schultz does it to a guy called called John Cossell, who says it's all fake, isn't it? And Dr. D just smacks him round the face. John Cossell's on the floor. He goes, you think that's real? Everyone gets terminated as a result, apart from Hogan. Vader does it to this Kuwaiti guy, and I think it's Kuwait, that's the one. And the Kuwaiti guy, when he grabs him by the neck, the Kuwaiti guy, it's like that thing where you go, what do you do when you're attacked by a bear? And you just go limp. Go limp. And he goes limp, and Vader is just sort of dragging him like a big fish out of his chair. It's magic.
Brilliant.
But again, that slightly sets the thing that Vader is not a happy bunny in this, and pretty much all of his WWF work is bad. Real shame.
Mr. Vader, can you hear us?
Yeah, I hear you.
This coming Sunday, Final Four matchup. What about it?
Well, Mr. McMahon, let me ask you one question. How many wrestlers in the WWF can say in the last 6 weeks, they've not only taken The Undertaker on in front of 60,000 fans and put him on his back, 1, 2, 3, but on 2 separate occasions whipped Stone Cold Steve Austin's butt on 2 separate occasions, Bret the Hitman Hart on Monday Night Raw right here. Now, do you answer that question?
Stay with us, we'll be right back.
His injury list is pretty incredible, partly due to alcohol abuse and travel. White and his wife divorced in 2007. He quit drinking and curtailed his travel a little bit. He had double knee replacement surgery, resulting in a wound infection, and he was bedridden for 6 months. After he was recovering, he passed out during a plane trip to Japan for an autograph session. He was in a coma for 33 days. He lost 112 pounds.
Good God.
And then he was in a car accident, a rollover car accident. He was unconscious for 35 minutes. He was diagnosed with congestive heart failure. He was given 2 years to live. And then he got a better opinion that was a bit more optimistic. That was back in 2016. And he went in for heart surgery in May and died in June.
Yeah.
63.
I saw his last singles match, which was against Will Ospreay. But it was it's still, I mean, you know, credit to him. He's from this era where it's worth mentioning everyone in the WWF is master politics, where they're just fucking over anyone they can.
Yeah.
Not even for their own benefit, but just because that's what you do. And it's just a nest of vipers. And even in 2016, Vader comes over to fight Will Ospreay because he's said something about him online about how he hates gymnastics. It's not wrestling. And they set up a match with him and Will Ospreay. What a great coup. And when he comes over, Vader goes, I'm not losing. And they go, well, of course you are.
You're 60.
This is you're 60. You will find out when you do the match. You cannot get up without rolling onto all fours and getting up from there. You can't beat the fucking IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion, who is a world famous name, and he fucking did.
Really?
He managed to, do it. He refused to go out unless he would. So, I mean, just a sad way to go. He was phenomenal. When you're in like from 89 through to about 93, he is the best big man in the business. It's just astonishing.
Jerry Lawler, is Jake the Snake Roberts really going to bring a snake to the ring? Again, Lawler? Again with this?
Jake is wearing a jacket, isn't he?
He's wearing a beautiful sort of golden Egyptian turquoise number. Yep. It's a beautiful piece of work.
All I'm going to say is, Jake, look, if you have got time on your comeback to arrange with the seamstress to make you a special jacket to cover your belly, use that time to just go to the gym. And then you won't need the jacket that you wear for literally 3 months in this run. Jake here, he managed to kick a lot of his demons. He'd been coming off a sort of run in WCW and Mexico, where he'd really done some huge houses. And he was coming back for this veterans run. And like Sonny, he came to a place that would change his life because he became so addicted to everything going. That, I mean, the quickest way to go what happened is the fantastic film 2000, Beyond the Mat.
Yes.
Bulldog's here as well. Bulldog is back, having had a WCW run. And again, this is slightly to do with the Monday Night Wars, where they're beginning to go, we need to make sure we've got some people here.
Yeah,
they're low on star power. This 6-man match really is, it's just to get people their WrestleMania paydays to some degree. Nice to see the stars. Nobody does anything particularly good. Ahmed Johnson.
Yes.
They really thought he was going to be something special. And he was notoriously dangerous to work with. He was very raw, and you can see it in all the moves. There's a bit where he does a clothesline, and Owen Hart goes down from the clothesline before he even touches it. And you
'Cause
can
he
just see
knows
him go,
he's got to get out of here.
I'm not letting him touch me. I'm not letting him touch me. He injures loads and loads and loads of people in his short career. There's a famous story that he did some shoot interviews later on. He had a very short run as well in WCW a few years later, and that was a disaster, by which time he put on quite a lot of weight as well. But he put on so much weight, actually. In 2001, he plays Suge Knight in a Death Row sort of film.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it's really good. He was amazingly popular for the short period he was there. It's a bit like Tatanka. You forget how popular he was, and it was because he was explosive and violent, you know, and the things he did look great. He was just damaging everyone.
People generally look scared of him.
I know.
It's like, God, why?
And then you go, well, that's a good guy to support, because everyone's quaking in their boots when they see him. You know, you support him until he comes over and goes, can I try something on you? No.
I've heard of this new, the Undertaker does this move at the end of all of his matches. I want to try it. No, I'm not doing that.
I've seen this move that's killed about 5 people. I just want to see if I can do it on you. No. Ahmed, no, mate.
McMahon at one point does this wonderful kind of little nonsense where he goes, punching like a pack of wolves, and then you can kind of hear the cogs were. And he goes, wolves can't punch. A pack of buffaloes, or wait, a herd of buffaloes. And Lawler just goes, yeah.
However, look at this threesome. Functioning like a pack of wolves, or a pack of buffalo, indeed. Herd of buffalo. Yeah. Ahmed Johnson.
Lawler, there's a bit where he says, he took you out, Jake, and he says, that snake's getting stomped. Just like if you see a snake on your front lawn, you stomp it. I was thinking, America's different, isn't it?
It
really is. I've just seen on my note, by the way.
How did Jerry Lawler die? He just tried to stomp a snake.
I've just seen on my notes.
That was an electrical conduit.
Ahmed Johnson played Marion Suge Knight, not in a Def Jam biopic. It was actually in Too Legit, the MC Hammer story. 2001.
Nice.
Worth watching.
Newspapers, magazines. See what's going on in the world today.
I'll take a copy of the Times, old man.
Well, that'll be 50 cents.
That was a $5 bill I gave you.
Oh? Oh, so sorry, sir. Here, take your change.
No, my mistake.
Have a nice day now.
Hey, mister, that guy was gonna rip you off.
I know, son.
Why would you let him do that?
I let him make a choice.
Well, what if he took your money?
I would have considered it a gift. Anyone desperate enough to try and deceive a blind man must need the money more than I.
Choose the path of the warrior.
What the hell was that?
The debut of Hunter Hearst Helmsley with an unnamed woman versus the Ultimate Warrior.
She's named once, isn't it?
Sable, that's right, yeah. And again, in the Attitude Era, when things were very different and it was a racier product, she was the first big WWF star to do Playboy.
Right, okay, yeah.
And she became one of the biggest selling issues of all time. She was that huge. She was the wife of someone we see in an interview, Mark Merrow.
Yes.
And they came along, and Vince had basically seen the wife and gone, actually, I could use this woman. And she became a much bigger star than her husband.
Right.
She's currently married to Brock Lesnar.
Rena
Merrow was her name then, and she's now Rena Lesnar. But she was a huge star, exactly the same as Sunny, in that she became the most downloaded, you know, the most celebrated, and also some of that went to her head a bit. Right. She became quite difficult to work with by all accounts. But I wasn't there, so I can't say.
The wild man Marc Merrow looks about 50. I was going, why would you choose a man?
Yeah.
Who? Like, what's he? What is he?
Where's he? It's interesting.
He just appears.
What's interesting here is they're bringing in people from WCW now, and when they bring in Goldust, they make him this androgynous transsexual. And Marc Merrow, they just go, oh, you're just you. And it's interesting how that they begin to get rid of the gimmicks.
Yes, okay.
And it becomes more serious.
I see.
At this point, though, Hunter Hearst Helmsley comes in.
I didn't realise Triple H was a posh boy kind of character.
Yeah,
it seems.
He had
a bit of like
Connecticut blue blood.
Yes, okay,
sort of a spin on it. He'd worked in WCW with William Regal, who was then Lord Stephen Regal.
Yes,
and so they were obsessed in the South with these aristocratic characters because they're Southerners. They like that whole thing of someone coming in and going, "Well, you're simply just filth."
Yeah. Yeah. Get out of my face.
Yeah.
Well,
Boo.
Are you an Oscar?
Boo. Why you smell so pretty? And he comes in here against the Ultimate Warrior. Now, the Ultimate Warrior's been gone.
This guy comes in and he's all fancy and like really kind of stoic, and he's got these really strong features. And Warrior comes in, fucking creosoted up to the nines, off his face on barbecue.
He looks like like made of conkers, and just
Conker boy.
Like you've wrapped a cat in conkers and stuck a firework up its bum, and then boom, like that. Warrior had left in 1992 after failing some steroid tests.
Right.
Clearly, the test wasn't working the day they brought him back. What WrestleMania lacked this year?
Steroids do not make you do that, though it makes it easier because your testicles are smaller.
They look like conkers.
I bet they did. I bet Ultimate Warrior's testicles are like little conkers.
Conkers and a twig.
One's there.
Oh,
Spiky
poor
one.
man.
Oh,
angry about it. Why is my junk so narrow? He comes back in. They basically had a problem with this WrestleMania. They don't have many stars left.
Yeah.
So they've got Undertaker, Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels, and everyone else is, I mean, they're never going to be WrestleMania headliners.
Yeah.
So Vince goes back and says, I really, really want you to come back. They managed to convince him to do so by giving him sort of all concessions, a huge amount of money. And they basically sort of went, nobody wants to see him wrestle for 20 minutes.
No.
So let's put him in with Hunter Hearst Helmsley and he'll crush him, and that'll be a great return. And Hunter had been to Gerald Briscoe, who was one of the agents who puts the matches together, and said, look, I'm fine about this, I suppose, but I don't want to give him my finishing move and have him just pop back up.
Oh, he does that, doesn't he?
And he was like, because it ruins that move. He can just do what he likes. He can beat me up and beat me really quickly, but don't take away that thing which I end every match with that. No. So they went to Warrior and they just went, would it be possible? And Warrior went, absolutely not. So
weird,
Hunter does it.
I'm not seeing the bigger picture and sort of going like...
No. In business for himself. And this also is a period where everyone's in business for themselves. They don't look at the long-term picture.
No doubt in my mind that Vince McMahon probably thinks he can do it until he's 99, because he's probably at a firefight so fucking much in plate spin and just deal with everyone's fucking ego.
Absolutely.
My Christ. Ego on steroids, on all the drugs. Egos on coke, on all of the drugs, and calendar managing, all that stuff.
Yeah, saying to the Ultimate Warrior, mate, calm down. And then saying, but in 3 minutes I do want you to go absolutely lunatic in the ring. But now, calm down. It just must be a nightmare. All these people coming to you just, I'm not happy about this. Would it be possible if, no, I don't want to do him to do that. It must be the worst. If I was Vince McMahon, I'd retire now. I'd leave. I'd be like, this can do one. No interest. The terrible thing about this is it only lasted a couple of months and then Warrior had left again. Right. They had disagreements about his contract and he missed a load of house show bookings. Okay. So they sacrificed a young talent who was up and coming for nothing.
For the conker boy.
Well done. And Warrior, after this short run in 96, he never returns again. He comes back 18 years after this to do the Hall of Fame.
Yes.
Where he appears, and then the next day he is on Raw, and then I think that evening or the day after he just drops down dead.
Yeah.
So this is one of his last appearances, and it's just the shits. It's just awful. I mean, I think a lot of people lost a lot of respect for him within the business there. No one ever thought he was a good wrestler, but he'd come back then, he was being a selfish shit.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Never mind.
Horrible.
Never mind. I think Triple H will probably survive. I think he'll be all right.
He must look back on that now and just go, yes, best served cold. You're dead and I own this $1 billion company. Who's taking whose finishing move now, dickhead?
Some people say that the Ultimate Warrior cannot be controlled, Mr. McMahon. Some people think that the Ultimate Warrior might actually be some type of real-life superhero. Maybe like Superman. But I hold the upper hand, Mr. McMahon. I hold the kryptonite for Superman. And it's called the pedigree.
Pedigree coming right about. Yeah!
It's over!
No, it's not!
This is the one thing we didn't want to happen.